Friday's third video for you is first news story is about a top leader of Skandernaga's Baldera Party, very critical of Ethiopian government, of Ethiopian Amhara regional government's ongoing campaign against Fano, has been arrested. He was arrested in Bahirdar, Amhara region. Second news story is a claim being shared by some pro-Tigray activists. They say that on Samra airport in Samra, Turkish drones are being prepared for another military offensive on Tigray. We'll try to analyze this claim. Thirdly, Getachew Reda of Tigray Population Front spoke a few minutes ago about PM Abiy's participation in a conference underway in Equatorial Guinea, where African leaders are meeting in Malabo, capital of Equatorial Guinea. And lastly, viewers, the Economist magazine published an article about Eritrea a few hours ago. Then Eritrean Information Minister Yemane Gebremaskel an hour ago responded to this article. What is this article about? And what is Yemane Gebremaskel saying? Firstly, viewers, Baldera's Party of Skandarnaga, its leader Skandarnaga is in the US these days. And he is due to return to Ethiopia in coming days. He announced to return to Ethiopia after a campaign was launched, disarmament campaign against Fano. Now, in Ethiopia, in Skandernaga's absence, a second senior leader of the party is Sintayeho Chekol, who is very active in social media, and he keeps on sharing information, especially what is happening in Amhara region. On daily basis, he was sharing information about the number of people who have been arrested, journalists, Fano commanders who've been arrested. And there were some reports being shared that he could be arrested as well. Sintayeho Chekol was in Bahirdar today. He was arrested there in Bahirdar, Gonjam. What was he doing there? We know that in Gojam zone, an armed resistance is being planned. Youth have fled cities into forests, and I said in a previous video that an armed resistance is being planned there. Sintayeho Chekol was there in connection with his party's activities. It is being said that his engagements were political engagements there. But he was arrested in Bahirdar. A list of arrested persons is getting longer. There are several other persons who are being arrested, but I am not able to cover all these arrests. Hundreds have been arrested so far, thousands rather, and this campaign is ongoing despite calls from Ethiopian Human Rights Commission, US Embassy, that this practice should stop, but it's not stopping. Whoever is speaking against the government, against government's decisions of law enforcement is being arrested. The second news story is about a claim being shared by some pro-Tigray activists. They claim that in Afar, in Samra, Turkish drones are being prepared for another military offensive on Tigray. Tigray is being told to be vigilant, that military preparations in Afar are underway. Let's analyze this claim. What is the distance between Samra, Afar and Mekelle? I think it would be around 400 kilometers. These accounts claim that 5 Turkish drones are being prepared in Samara. Can drones, Turkish drones, operate? Can they be operated from Samara? What we have learned so far is that Ethiopia has purchased TB2 drones from Turkey. And TB2 drones are not satellite guided. So they cannot be operated beyond their range. And the range is not 400 kilometers, it's around 200 to 150 kilometer range. So the distance between the GCS ground control station and the drone should not be more than 200 kilometers. How can Turkish TB2 drones be used for military offensive on Tigray from Samara Afar? I don't know what is the basis of this claim that from Samara these Turkish drones will be used to attack Tigray. It's not technically possible for me. And this account, which is sharing this information, in the past it shared similar information that in Afar region, Eritrean military were making preparations, that ENDF was making preparations for another military offensive on Tigray. But the information could not be verified. So once again, for me, it's just a claim, no solid information. Several people contacted me. They asked about this claim. A third news story is about Getachew Reda, who spoke 30 minutes ago about PM Abiy's participation in a conference being held in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea's capital. In Malabo, African leaders are meeting to discuss humanitarian situation, coups, terrorism-related issues. And Getachew says that it's surprising that Abiy is participating in humanitarian conference while he is blocking humanitarian aid to his own people. His own people is in inverted commas. That he is blocking humanitarian aid to his own people in Tigray, and he is there in Malabo participating in humanitarian conference. It's a self-contradiction. So he is criticizing Ethiopian PM that he has no right to attend a conference on humanitarian issues while in his own country he is blocking aid to Tigray. Aid to Tigray was blocked. It remained blocked for months. We know that. The situation seems to be improving, but still things are happening very slow. Aid trucks are starting to move. They have arrived in some numbers in Tigray. Still millions in Tigray in dire need of food. Delivery of aid to Tigray, it should be increased. Its speed should be increased as well. Lastly, viewers, Yemeni Gebremeskel, Eritrean Information Minister, spoke an hour ago in response to an article written by The Economist. The Economist yesterday published an article about Eritrea. This article proposed sanctions on Eritrean government. The writer claimed that Eritrea is a hot, dusty prison for the people of Eritrea. The writer claims that his sources managed to enter Eritrea secretly, and what they saw in Eritrea was alarming. Everyone is living in fear there. Youth is scared. They are scared that if they come out of their homes, they'll be arrested. Conscription is there is no limit to the duration of conscription. Eritrea is involved in attacks, in interference in neighboring countries. It's involved in a Tigray conflict. And whoever complains is thrown in prison. The writer says that some soldiers who were not paid for more than 2 years complained, and their leaders were thrown in prison for around 15 years. Political prisoners have been in Eritrea in prisons for around 2 decades. So, writer argues that international community should impose sanctions. It should impose arms embargo on Eritrea. Regional government should devise a strategy, and Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, etc., which are supporting Eritrea, they should also rethink their foreign policy. Now, Yemeni Gebremeskel, Eritrean Information Minister, responded to this article. What is he saying? He says that reporting by Economist magazine against Eritrea is inaccurate and defamatory. The writer shared false information through this article. He referred to a report, an article published by Economist magazine about China. That article accused the Chinese president of destroying Chinese economy. So, Yemeni is arguing that the Economist's reporting about China, about Eritrea is biased. It's not transparent. It's not unbiased. Thanks for watching.